Greetings, greetings, greetings. You are now tuned into the Vault. Trust Christian own, nothing control everything. Just want to thank you for tuning in live, listening to replay. We always appreciate everybody that tunes in live, listens in the replay. I'm really excited about this particular episode, 24/7 Trustee. This is one of those episodes that we were inspired to do just based off of talking to so many trustees and just really trustees asking, Trust Christian, I really want to be a trustee. How do I become a trustee? How do I execute as a high level trustee? And so we definitely want to go over in this particular episode just the benefits, ladies and gentlemen, and really the focus and the topic of conversation is 24/7 trustee, episode 786. Why 24/7 trustee? The reason why it's 24/7 trustee is because you are a trustee 24/7. And this is something that a lot of trustees are not aware of because they're used to being programmed to work a job. That's fine and dandy, ladies and gentlemen. But when you go into trusteeship and you say, "Oh, I'm gonna put the company cell phone, I'm gonna put the cell phone in the family trust." Well, how is that not a 24/7 trustee tool? Don't y'all have in y'all contracts? Oh yeah, the trustee's supposed to pick up the phone and have the phone all the time and may use the company car. If you're using a company car, if you're using a family estate car, how are you using that for personal purposes? It's not personal anymore. It's 24/7 trustee. That's just the reality of the situation, ladies and gentlemen. But oh yeah, I want to become a trustee. I want to be a full-time trustee. Or they don't even say a full-time trustee. They just say, "Oh, I want to be a trustee." Okay, I want to put my assets in trust. Okay, who's gonna be the trustee? You are. So you're the 24/7 trustee. If you don't have someone else, that's the trustee. Who's the trustee? That's 24/7. There's no break as the trustee of the estate. And that's probably like the hardest concept to grasp is because if you have a job, you're a beneficiary. If you're a trustee, it's not that you're the owner, it's that you're actually a protector, you're a provider, you're a administrator, but it's not just that, you're a steward. You're a steward. You're a trustee 24/7. There is no breaks. There is no day off. Your focus is the family mission statement every single day as a trustee. But some people say, "Oh, well, my family estate, we didn't institute that into our family estate. We didn't institute a mission statement that we got to read every single day because we're focused on making sure that we grow the family estate." Of course. Of course. That is the focus. 24/7 trusteeship. Some people say, "Oh, how do I get to become a trustee full time? How do I become a full time trustee?" You start acting like it right now. You start doing things that focus on do a trusteeship all the time. You just focus on doing your best to do trustee stuff all the time and get in the habit of doing more trustee stuff. Some people say, "What's trustee stuff?" Make it minutes daily. Make it minutes daily, keeping track of the family estate assets. And once you keep track of those assets, you're looking at those things with a strategy. So the mission statement is going to dictate the strategy, but the strategy may be different for each particular asset. And so in turn, you're focused on creating a strategy for the asset. And it's not always just growing the asset, but it's not always just protecting the asset. It's a smooth art and science. Meaning that some trustees may say, "Oh, well, how do I protect the asset and grow it at the same time? Or how do I grow the asset but protect it?" This is where you see a lot of elite, successful asset managers basically tell you they just do their best to always get back to principal at the bare minimum. So they're never losing anything in an investment. That's in time, that's in money. And that's the difference, ladies and gentlemen. So when we talk about, "Oh, Trust Christian 24/7 trustee," 24/7 trustee means if something happens to the family estate, you're going to pick up the phone in the middle of the night. 24/7 trustee means you are educating yourself as a trustee. The family estate is educating you as a trustee. That's a part of being a trustee, you learning. "Oh man, Trust Christian, I gotta sit in front of it, I gotta go read this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna learn this." Those are a part of the 24/7 trustee attributes, the traits, the things, the tasks, the things that you're doing. 24/7 trustee. So you talk about 24/7 trustee. Are you thinking like a trustee 24/7? Oh, Trust Christian, that wasn't as easy as it sounded. I got a lot of stuff on my plate. How am I just? That means I'm always thinking about. Y'all don't want to hear this sometimes. You're thinking about somebody else other than yourself. You're thinking about the family estate. You're putting the family estate first before yourself pretty much all the time. And that is a challenge for people because they're the beneficiary in mindset. They're not the trustee. And when you go 24/7 trustee, you take responsibility and you come from more of a stewardship perspective than as opposed to a beneficiary perspective. That's the difference. So we appreciate everybody for tuning in live, listen, replay. Always appreciate everybody that tunes in live, listens in a replay. Y'all can feel free to reach out if y'all want some type of consulting or help with that. You can go back and listen to the replays. When trustees reach out to us, they say, "Hey, I want to learn trusteeship," and that's the first thing we do. We put them in to access to our private trustee training library. They get access to the library and they move forward as a trustee, learning trusteeship, and then moving forward with being a trustee. But 24/7 trusteeship definitely says you are reading about something or you're doing something. You're learning something, listening to something, attending an event. 24/7 trusteeship. This is how you can put your life in that perspective of 24/7 trusteeship is thinking business. Oh no, Trust Christian, I'm not trying to think about business all the time. Exactly. And now we know why the family estate is not going to grow because who's thinking about it? You're the first generation. You don't have the ability. Who has the ability to take days off from being a trustee from the first generation when you're the one still building out who will be considered the first generation? uh, Somebody said, how much does the trustee training have access to private trustee training library? We just tell everybody to reach out because it's not the same for everybody. It's private. That's for each individual, and they're based off of their need. They may only need access for a short period of time. Some people would like to have access forever. Okay, well, you can get access forever. Once again, it's a library card. You pay for a period of time that you need it. Simple as that. Um, if trustees want to reach out or people want to reach out and get access to the library, they can reach out privately, Christian at trustchristian.com. Once again, Christian at trustchristian.com. We get it, people. Some people say, oh, Trust Christian, why don't you be like everybody else and just, you know, some somebody could say, "Oh, how come you don't state prices over the internet?" We're private, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have a problem with that. We respect everybody, but just like everybody else has something that they want to do, or as far as the way they want to run their estate or business or whatever, that's great. But we don't launch prices on the internet. The only time we ever really put prices up was like when we have workshops and stuff like that, and even still, people have to reach out privately because that changes and that's how that goes. So, we definitely appreciate people that reach out. We're adding things to our library, so the price wouldn't stay the same. The library is not the same library that it was 6 years ago. The library is not the same library that it was 5 years ago. We update the library. We attend conferences. We put various different things that we're learning or various really refining it, making it easier for trustees. That's why trustees can learn so much faster is because they're learning information that's just more straight to the point now. We always look at great trainers or teachers and they'll say, well, I gave everybody that I dealt with all the experience and lessons that I had without them making the same mistakes. And that's exactly what we're doing with the library is to give you templates, to give you mindset, and in that respect of trusteeship. So when somebody says, hey, is the folder ever changed or updated or library updated? Of course. It's not like the public school people go to, oh yeah, I went to public school and the library's been the same for 20 years. Right. Still getting people to read Othello. Still getting people to read Fahrenheit 451. These books that program people. That's why it hasn't changed. So you can't say, trust Christian. The public education hasn't changed. It's for a reason. It's a program. So we're actually updating the program. So when a trustee comes to trustee training and says, "Oh yeah, Trust Christian, I listened to the episodes. I opened up the trust bank account already." Yeah, which I want to hear. Trustees reach out and say, "Oh yeah, I opened up the trust bank account by listening to the episode." I was driving to the bank listening to the episode. Oh, really? So I'm more prepared now. Okay, great. We can work with these type of trustees. Yeah, Trust Christian, I'm dressing the part. I listen to the episode. I'm dressing the part in the meetings with you and with everybody from here on out. Okay, great. It's your family estate. It's 24/7 trustee for you, not for Trust Christian. We already 24/7 trustee. We don't think about taking days off and all that other stuff that people would like to think in their head that they could do. Oh man, I could be a trustee part time. Yeah, and now we know why your family estate may not make it one generation. Y'all want to go there? We're giving you the truth. It's not, oh, Trust Christian, this is how you really feel. This is what you think is the mindset that I gotta have. It's not about thinking about the mindset that you gotta have. We're telling you the mindset that a trustee that's really managing a family estate is prepared to think like. You're prepared to think like, wow, I gotta be prepared. If anything ever happens, pretty much everything's gonna fall on me. As far as the family last decision maker or not liability, but at least decision maker. Correct. So here we go, trustees. Some trustees say, oh, Trust Christian, how are you doing it? Give us 24/7 trustee mindset for how you're doing it. Ladies and gentlemen, it gets so exciting to the point where you can finally get to the point where you can dream, meaning that you have to do things that you would normally do, but the family estate says you got to do this. Why? Because it's expanding the family estate network. So you may have to join a club. You may have to go to different events. And by you going to those events, those are things that put you on 24/7 trusteeship. Going to a dinner, how is going to a dinner? Oh, Trust Christian. I want to be a trustee. Right. Going to a dinner. Y'all want to go there? Going to a dinner. That's a gala. The plate costs $300. The plate costs $500. The plate costs $600. The seat at the table costs $1,000. Whatever it costs you guys for a dinner or whatever that night, because you may sponsor the event. What happened with your family estate sponsoring the event? They got $3,000 sponsorship. They got 500, $1,000 sponsorship. They got $10,000 sponsorship. $5,000 sponsorship. Your family estate can sponsor the event. Have a table at the event. That's 24/7 trusteeship. Oh, we're going out to the community. Everybody say, oh, I want to do community work. Trust Christian, I'm going to do community work. Right. How come your family and state didn't sponsor the event? So when you standing out there with shorts and t-shirt on, cause you sponsored the turkey trot, when your family estate sponsored the turkey run throughout the year, sponsored the turkey drive throughout the year, 24/7 trusteeship. Making sure people are doing right with the family estate, making sure they represent the family name well while you guys sponsor some local event or put some money into the community. 24/7 trustee. We love it. Most people ain't built for it. Oh, I don't want to work there. I don't want to be a trustee for 24/7. That's all it is. But when you understand what we talking about, this is where you're going to make sure that the money is working for the family 24/7. It's protected 24/7. You're going to have money in the family estate 24/7. That's the difference. Really? 100%. The family estate is bringing in capital 24/7, and that is an engine that can run without you. And until trustees get it to the point where it's 24/7 money coming in, how are you going to take a break from being 24/7 trustee? And even once you get it, trustees think, oh, I've arrived. You didn't arrive. You have 24/7 responsibility of the 24/7 money that's coming into the family estate. That's just how it is. It's okay. Some trustees, they don't learn delegation. Trustee training, we talk about delegation. We talk about team building. You can have trustees in different jurisdictions to help you manage the 24/7 income. That's the purpose of building out your team. And it's cool and creative to know that you can have people in other jurisdictions that can help you manage that 24/7. Exciting and cool to know. Look forward to hearing from you all. Appreciate the interaction in the chat today. Christian@trustchristian.com is the email. You can reach out for trustee training. We'll share directly through the email, directly with you all privately through trustee training. If people, what are we talking about here? Do we have an agreement? You get access to a library card. Don't they know who you are? Right. Come in, inquire about that library card, go forward from there. Look forward to hearing from you all.
Appreciate you for tuning in live, listening to replay.
Always appreciate everybody that tunes in live, listening to replay. Christian at trustchristian.com is the email you can reach out to. We work with every individual directly. We've done that for over 7+ years, and we're going to continue to work with every individual directly. There is no one thing that looks the same when it comes to whether that's asset management, trusteeship. It's as simple as that. We got trustees that are professional athletes. They don't have time to look through the library. Doesn't mean they're not going to pay for it though. You know, they can sit here and try to tell you they ain't got time for it. They studying the playbook, but that doesn't mean that, oh, Church Christian, we need to have access to it. Of course they have access to it, and it's still not the same. Why would it be the same for them? They're making millions of dollars. Well, you're supposed to make it the same for everybody. Nah, it's not the same because their needs are not the same. And that's why wealth management is not the same as you going into your retail establishment talking about, I'm going to open up a bank account. It's not just, oh, I want to open up a bank account in my name. It's a little different training. So it's different for everybody, but everything's always within reason. We like to work with trustees. What you mean? We like to be accommodating and work with trustees across the board. We understand some trustees are under 30 years old. There's no excuse, but some trustees are like, hey man, I'm putting something together. What can we do? Right, and we work with trustees. We've been there. We learn the information in our 20s. We had this information in our 20s. It wasn't a beat you over the head price neither, but it wasn't what the mentors was charging professional athletes and other so-called rich people. So we appreciate everybody for tuning in live, listening, replay. Feel free to reach out, Christian at trustchristian.com. Once again, that's Christian at trustchristian.com. Look forward to hearing from you. Peace and joy.